Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Before we get the intro started, before we actually get into this week's video, um, I've put it on Instagram already probably a couple times this week, but this week I finally hit 100 subscribers, and that's great. I never cared if it was going to be 5 subscribers or 50 subscribers, just as long as I got to put what I know about cars or knowledge or my builds or just anything in general out there, and somebody would be interested in watching it. And it's great. It's been a lot of fun. I can't believe the support that I'm getting. And, you know, now I got to say, I don't care if it's 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers, but I want to thank you guys for subscribing, period, and watching. Hi, Thomas. Um, it's been great. So, keep up the work, man. Pass it on, share, let other people know, man. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'm really excited about it. So here's this week's video. Let's get to it. So now that we've got our gauge on the pod, this goes here. Just like this. Now I'll show you here in a second, but on the, oh, look at that, I can get a better angle of the gauge. There, that's nice. So on this side I have, like, right here, but over here I have a microphone for the radio, for the Bluetooth. Hands free, no holding a phone to your ear. Now what I don't like about it, what came in the package was 4 screws, and they want you to put a screw in each corner. Well, I just bought this pillar to replace the other one because it's got a little cut right here, and one day when I was doing the dash, I got a little nick in the leather right here, so I replaced it. And now that I've got the new one on, I don't think I want to put holes in it. That's a nice fit. I don't want to put holes in it for a gauge, so here's the wiring for it. So the only other thought that I had is to, and yeah, it's gonna rain on me. This is like the worst weekend to try and shoot a video. But I gotta get something done. I gotta give you guys content. So I'm not gonna drill a hole in the new one. And it's either, the only choices I have is to use 2-sided tape on, put a piece here and a piece here. And then what we end up with, let's pull this up. We have that stuffed in there. Use some 2-sided tape, plug the gauge in, and have it there. And then I'm gonna have wires sitting here. That's the only thing to do for those of us or you guys who don't want to ruin your pillar, just for a gauge, because who knows, you may want to take this from, your current car that you've got it on or whatever and move on to the next. So that's one way to do it. If you're okay with having the wires there, I mean, it wouldn't, honestly, it really wouldn't bother me. But I'm trying to shoot for the nicest, so I came up, that's one way. I came up with a second way that I think will be even more fun, and I'm gonna show you that right now. Oh, luckily I didn't throw that pillar away in the garbage. What do you know? I kept it. This is what I was talking about. You can see that. I got a little nick in it trying to get the dash and the gauge cluster in and out of the car. I accidentally did that. And this is where it was peeling from before. So here's my second solution. One, if you've done what I've done before getting a gauge and you replaced your pillar with, you know, your old pillar with a new one that's a lot nicer looking, always hold on to your old parts. You never know if you could use them. Well, now I'm getting rained on. Let's pause for the station identification. Alright, so back to what we were talking about. Hold on to your old parts. And if anything, I did look on eBay, and some of you may look for stuff on the Facebook Marketplace. I'm sure you'll find people that are parting these C5 vets out. So find one that you know, and they're averaging about $30-$35 for a pillar. So if you bought this kind of a pod, they also have, I did want to mention, they also have, there it goes, just like that. They also have a pillar from, I believe, Summit, probably Jegs, a couple other places that already have gauges on them, or pods on them, that you can get. This just happens to be the one that I went with. So I like it. It'll look cool. So like I was saying, one choice is to put some two-sided tape on here if you don't want to use the screws. Now if you do, there you go. But if not, some two-sided tape on here, and there you go. And then if you don't care about, oops, if you're not worried about the wires showing a little bit right there, then not a big deal. Me, I'm gonna hide the wires. That's what I decided to go with, and I was glad that I still had this. So looking where this goes on at and where that lines up, I'm gonna take a step bit. I'll show you what that is, and we're gonna make a hole here big enough for our wires and hook up the gauge. So let's get on that, and we'll do it right now. Let's get to it. All right, so what I was telling you about is a step bit. This is what I'm calling a step bit, and you see it's a drill bit that has different steps to it, and if you look closely in the groove here, it'll tell you the different sizes. And I'm gonna go we're gonna make our hole a 5/8 hole for our wires here. So I am gonna line this up where we want. That looks very good to me. And if you look on the backside where this is lining up at, if you look on the backside, here's one of the clips that goes into the pillar itself. Right below that, there's a circle there, and what I'm looking at, where that's lining up, I think that's going to be the spot we're going to aim for. Oh boy. So I barely poked through on the plastic on this side, and it gave us on this side. And the reason I did it that way is because I'm not sure how bad this is going to tear the leather up or not. But again, this is the older pillar, so I don't right much care about it. Hello! So there we go. Now we're going to take our old pillar out which is fairly simple. You start at the top and work your way down, lightly pulling off on it. See, I got this one, and this one's in really nice shape. So I'll hold on to this because obviously if I go to sell the car later down the line, I'm going to want this in there in case somebody doesn't want the gauges on it, or if I decide to put it in something else. So something with my wires, I think, is holding it over. What I was saying was, it shut off on me. I didn't realize the battery was so low. This lip here, from the seal, I don't know, I honestly don't know if you guys are running it over your trim like that, like I'm doing it on that side, but that was how I found the car originally, and we still got a little extra. It's side of the trim like this, which kind of makes sense to me in a way, but then again, are you running it on the inside like that? Make a comment down below. Let me know how you're doing yours. All right. So since we've got this here set up, and because we're using a pillar, the original pillar that came with the car that we don't care about because we've got a new one, I got the slack out of that, out of those wires. So what we're gonna do, because it's a pillar that we don't care about, like I said, you use two-sided tape, we're gonna go ahead and drill the holes and use the little clips as we want, but we just got to line this up right. Of course I had it in once, but so I just want to make sure that there's nothing behind, nothing anywhere where I'm going to be putting a hole for these, because what they are, they're not really, those aren't screws that are in there, they're like these little plastic, you know, push pins, kind of like what holds this down by your wipers, or it holds your kick panels up. So if you look on your push pin, you can see there's a flat edge there, and you want to put the drill bit you're going to use to that, and make sure that the drill bit you're using is smaller. And I hope that comes up on camera, but you want to be able to see the little edges that are actually going to grab so it can't be pulled back out are out way past the drill bit that you're using. I can't wait to find out how many people are cringing that I'm about to do this. But remember, this is an old piece. We've got that sticking up there, so I'll end up taking some black paint and fill that in, and we'll super glue that down. It's not something that'll actually be noticed, and it's something that I ruined anyway a while ago, so this will be covered by the pod. Again, remember, like I was telling you guys and gals, people, that you can find nice pillars or used pillars like this that you can put holes into. I'm always seeing on Facebook Marketplace and eBay and what have you, people are parting their cars out, and that is perfect all the way around. So I'll hold it into place nice and tight. So we'll line it up like this. Put it back this way. So now we got our 4 holes drilled in here, and we got our 4 holes drilled here. I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that. Trying this at different angles so you guys will be able to see everything that's going on. Get our gauge back inside the pod. And if you can hear it, I don't know if you guys can hear the wind blowing. You can hear the rain hitting the top of the car or not, but or if it's even on the lens of the camera or phone. It's starting to rain on me again. I thought I was going to have just enough time between breaks to help get this done for you. You know about that? I want it to be nice and perpendicular, level like that. Now the hard part, which is getting these damn things to plug in. Okay, I got it. So, took the gauge out, got them plugged in. There we go. Yay! Got that on. Get the little that side, one. I'm sure somebody out there screaming at me going, haven't you ever heard of needle nose? Just like that. Yes, I have. My fingers work just fine. So, get it back up here again. Get to where it's reading perfectly level like that. And then all we gotta do is line up where we've got our holes. So we got one push pin here. So I tried one hole with the 3/16 drill bit like it says in the instructions. And the damn push pin wasn't holding anything. So I want a size smaller, and this says 5/32. And as you can hear, it's raining worse. It's getting bad. Stuff our wires back in there and put this piece on. It's all set up. Then we've got a switch right here, and we can turn the car on. There's the microphone I was talking about for the radio. There. So I need a tune. So I know that looks... But this is why we're getting all this extra stuff done. We're getting it ready for the dyno shop. So that'll do it for the day. As you can see, it's still raining. I just needed to get my pod done for the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. I gave you a couple of different options. So I'm saving the good pod, or pillar, sorry. Saving the good pillar for if I sell the car, or don't need an air fuel ratio gauge anymore, you know, go from there. So like I said, you can find people are parting out their C5 Corvettes all the time. I'm sure you can find, you know, a pillar, a driver's side pillar for your setup, you know, and go from there. Yeah, it's getting raining worse. I need to wipe the door down and get out of the car already. What am I thinking? So we'll take the good pillar, throw it in the garage, wrap it up in plastic, hide it off to the side. I've got to wipe down the door. It's starting to get worse and worse, and I'm trying to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, go out, look for other pillars. You can buy pillars that are already preformed to have a pot on them. I know they're out there. Man, that looks good. Be kind to one another. Love one another. Hug one another. And we'll see you in the next one. In the next video. Oh my goodness. All I can think about is all the rain that's going on the door here. Got to get going. Take care, guys. We'll see you in the next video. Should be another Corvette video, and I think I'm getting rid of the Haltech cold air intake, and I've got something that's going to be a little bit more better. And like I said, dyno day is in just a couple of days. By the time you guys see this video, I will have already had the dyno day, and you'll get to see the numbers and all that stuff. So we'll see what's going on. As of right now, I'm still running off of the factory tune that's in the computer, and we've got cam, heads, you know, 3-angle valve job on the valves and heads, and springs and rockers, and like the whole heads have been done. And we've got a cam, we've got a nitrous setup, we've got long tube headers, we've got off-road X-pipe, no mufflers, it's just axle back, you know, straight out. Air fuel ratio, we've got a 2-step nitrous controller, we've got a Lingenfelter 2-step and engine timing retarder. We've got a lot going on here, so I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what the numbers are. I can't wait to see what the tune is and what happens. So again, we'll see you in the next video. It's getting worse with the rain. See you guys later. Bye.